The Speed Project, a challenge that many people would not dare to face.
Hopefully I don't have appendicitis.
Put it simple, I'm about to run from LA all the way to Las Vegas through rocky roads, bustling cities, but worst of all, Death Valley.
It is disgusting.
So, what is the Speed Project? A 340-mile unsanctioned relay race from Santa Monica Pier to the Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign. No rules, just run. Teams choose their own course. No official aid stations or checkpoints. Teams of 6 runners, sometimes maybe more or solo. Each runner takes turns covering varying distances. Support cars follow with food, water, and rest setups. The goal is to get to Vegas as fast as possible. Why is this legendary? Extreme endurance challenge, desert, mountains, city streets, unpredictable terrain, no medals, no prize money, no spectators. Teams typically run this 40 to 50 hours, faster teams 30 to 40. But there's a catch, it's invite only. I wasn't sure if I was going to be accepted. I waited weeks and weeks, worried if I was even good enough for this legendary event, but then I got the email.
And I finally made it to LA.
Let me introduce you to the team. First on the list is Johnny Hammond, one of my closest friends. I've made a lot of cool stuff with Johnny. The man is a serious runner, but as you can see, he is also an interesting character. Can't lie. Next on the list is Bianca, professional well-being coach and owner of Humanos, also seriously into her fitness, and she brings the good vibes. It's the man with the hands, Paddy. He is our physio and driver, owner of Mio Massage. Fun fact, he recently massaged iShow Speed after the charity game. Nicholas Hammond, I bet you didn't know Johnny's a twin. Nick is the founder of RUNNA Helped, a massive running media company. He also owes me a $5. Bet you forgot. Here is Chef Cara from Maid. She's a private chef, also responsible for keeping us fueled on this run. Spoiler alert, her food is serious. Very talented. She's also running London Marathon. Here we have her older brother and El Capitan, Mr. Jack Murphy. Serious runner, loves a tequila shot. Also owns a company called Wobble, an incredible mental health website you guys should look into. And then there's me. Probably the worst runner here, and you kind of know what you're going to get from me. Wish us luck. This is Team 3611.
Remember at the beginning when I said I wasn't even sure if I was good enough to even be doing this? The reason why I said this is because the way I was introduced to this idea came about on a night out with my 2 good friends, Johnny and Jack. They actually said this to me.
Run across the valley with us, man.
Johnny and Jack are fitness freaks, and me, for the past 13 years, I was doing this. I'm trying to challenge myself in a more physical way and improve my overall health. But the Speed Project is a different animal. More prep, more running, and best of all, fam, it's time to carb up.
I'll drive this for, I don't know, 40 hours. Chowder, which is the best name I've ever heard. We're going to do a little walk around of the bus, let's call it, the double decker, to see if there's any pre-existing damage and just write it down.
I can't actually believe how freaking massive this thing is. Just to give you guys some context, we've got 3 registered drivers, and that's me, Johnny, and Paddy, which just means if someone's out of commission, then you can tag someone in and then they can drive. I am scared of driving this whip.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about.
Little did we know what this lady just did would be jeopardizing the start of the race for us. Make sure you stay tuned and I will explain later.
What she's saying is that is the dump hole. Open it and you dump off basically. I've got my sweeties. We're about to go inside. This is a whole apartment. It is a whole apartment. What is going on? God. Bro, double bed? Are you stupid?
Imagine. Monster.
Where's the bathroom? Where's the bathroom? Oh, right. What the hell is going on? Oh my god, look at the whole shower. This is better than my yard. Why is this place so fire? With things like this, we cannot fail. We are doing the speed project. We're doing it. We're going to complete it. Come on, no, Johnny boy. Okay, let's get the road trip going. I feel ready. I've trained a good 10 weeks maybe for this. You've got this. Make sure you stay towards the end of the video. This is going to be magic. It might even be life-changing. Let's see what we can do. Love you guys. Let's go to race day.
So there's passion in the
Yeah. Training and burning my cartilage has just become real.
Before we get started, we're going to do things a little bit different.
Start of the race. I am scared for my hamstrings at this point because I know my hamstrings are about to get fried, slow cooked. Just put on a nice piece of brioche and eating, fam. Death Valley's about to cook me. The running order. First, it's going to be Captain Jack, followed by Johnny, then Bianca, then me, then Cara. Last but not least, the lovely Nick. What we planned at the beginning was just the way everyone wanted to do it. I would have happily gone first. Think it was good that Jack went. I would say he's probably the strongest runner amongst all of us. We also decided that each person was going to do 5k intervals. We were all looking for PBs. My PB was a very modest 24 minutes. I was looking for 23. I was just trying to do the best I could do. First round, everybody smashed it. Your boy was running through West Hollywood. I was right outside the Chanel store. 4 a.m. in the morning. The sun was just rising. Fortunate enough to have a nice little flat road with a minimal hill to run up to before swapping with Cara. Yo, I was blessed. I think I got around 24 minutes. Might have to check the Strava. Okay, you can tell it's the next day because your boy's got a fresh trip. There was echoes of doing a sub 40. Worst case, we'll probably get a sub 50. May not sound like an optimist, but I was thinking that's probably more realistic. Even sub 60, I can't lie. I can't even lie. Probably 100 miles in, I was feeling some discomfort. I would say the pain was like near my kidney. I kept overcompensating on my lower back. Paddy to the rescue. Parked up, Paddy got the massage bed out of the van. We pull it in the car park. He's sick at what he does because I was in pain. Man did some hocus pocus to my back piece and I was feeling nice. We were just past halfway at this point. It's approaching night time. We all need sleep. We have two objectives that needs addressing. One of the problems is that there's a bridge coming up on the route. It's a road closure. The RV can't actually drive through there. There's a 14k run coming up where we've got no support vehicle. The other issue is, do you remember when I told you about the issue with the RV at the beginning of the video? We're coming to a point on the journey where this is actually a problem. So obviously, the RV has a toilet, guys. Toilets need to be used, and when you're running, you need to use the bathroom a lot more than you would be if you were just walking everywhere. Also, there's 7 people in the RV. We all need to excrete. All right, in the first hour, one of the runners, I'm not going to name names here because we are not a snitch, needed to do a number 2. When that person dropped the number 2, the whole place needed evacuation. But the one problem is, when she was doing the introduction to the RV, she unscrewed the water and screwed it back on. She didn't screw it back on, which means all of the water drained whilst we were driving back to our Airbnb. So that means there was no water to flush the toilet, and there was also no water for the shower. Nobody could flush. Place just stank of poo-poo. God bless. Oh God, I don't know if I should say who drained the poo-poo truck. You know who you are. You're a legend, and I love you very, very much. It had to be drained whilst everyone else was asleep. Everyone got like an hour nap. They also refilled the RV of water, so we had water in the RV. We could shower. You are a legend. You have to give them a like, guys. The second issue, the nighttime run. Essentially woke up from an hour's nap and got told to get out and run, and that's exactly what I did. 3 a.m. in the morning. Me and Johnny have got to go out, do like a 12k. My legs are battered. I got this pain in my right abdominal. I had a little Google. Hopefully I don't have appendicitis. Be careful for splash bar. Do you know how much thoughts I've invested on that RV? I learned so much about myself on this trip that I'm never doing this trip again. Me and Johnny was on the bike. We did it in halves. So there was also a broken bridge. We had to go underneath the bridge and climb all the way back up with the bike. We're approaching Nevada and there was some crazy ends. This area was so strange. So we pulled up. Johnny didn't want Jack to run it alone, so they're paired up. And I don't don't blame them. But some of these routes, guys, you can't go it alone. If I could compare it, and I'm not taking the piss here, Cletus from Simpsons, it was like his ends, fam. So we were running alongside this airport strip. There was quad bikes that were just driving up this airport strip alongside all the runners, flicking dirt up in their faces. It was crazy. What I do rate about TSP, they organised like a mini festival right on that plot of land. There was a barbecue, there was drinks, there was music, almost shed some nice peaceful light on the whole situation. Our team were a little bit scared about running on that particular area because there was bare stray dogs everywhere. I had fun, I can't even lie. We changed it up a bit now. We were doing 2 or 3k intervals, then swapping. The cramp was building as well. Paddy came in handy because it was reaching peak of the day on the Saturday. It was about 25 degrees. Some of the routes I had to take, guys, one route in particular that I took, I was on my own for 8 or 10k, barren wastelands everywhere.
I came from all the way over there, got to get all the way up there, and I don't know if you can see it, that peak there, it is disgusting.
Probably the best experience of the whole time. I'd say we probably have about less than 100 miles at this point, guys. We were doing 1.5k intervals right up to Las Vegas. We were on our last legs. The food that Cara made, by the way, so clutch. Bianca and Cara decided to do the last 10k because I was not ready to do that. Went on ahead, saw the site, waited for Cara and Bianca, and then as a team done the final 0.5 all the way to the Las Vegas sign. Thought I was going to break down in tears. It's something I can't really put in words how it felt. It's time to party, really.
This that shit to make them all go dummy. Now I got bread, they all want something from me. Showing like pros, man, I told them that it's money, and I own my own bars just like it's always sunny.
At the beginning, they say you're not going to get any medal, but everyone that finishes the race gets this poker chip, but I just treated it like it was a medal. I'm going to keep this as proof that I did the speed project. Also, guys, we did it in a time of 48 hours and 38 minutes. I think isn't too bad. Would I do it again? If you ask me on the day, no. Would I do it again though? Yes, I would do it again. Maybe a different one. Apparently they're going to do one in Japan, which I would love to do. What would I do different? Maybe get 2 more members. Oh, and shout out to Paddy, by the way, because even though he was the masseuse, he did a lot of the running as well because we needed an extra person, and he said he doesn't mind running and he's a really good runner as well. So it was great to have him because he did some mad stretches of the race. There was a lot of incline and it was unforgiving, so shout out to Paddy as well. Maybe do 1k intervals earlier because then it preserves your legs a lot more. But yo, what is the next challenge? I'm ready for whatever challenge comes up because I'm loving this running thing. If you love the video, please like, subscribe. It's just good to be back, man, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace.
Thought she said something to me. We were never friends, told them I am not your buddy. Now they all call, I got some buzz like honey. Then they check the Spotify and they looking at me funny. I don't blame you, dog, that's how this shit goes. Same 2 paths, we just pick different roads. Glue on the safe, I just stuck to the code. Now they tell me that I'm driven, bro, I already drove. So diverse, got too many flows. Checks coming in, got too many O's. Remember in the past, had too many lows. Now when I look around,